number of people triggered something called the 100 monkey effect, or in physics it's called critical mass, right? So when the women be putting up these dancing videos and they saying free Hoover, it's showing the people that's been killing us in the physical world, we ain't a threat to you. We don't have to fight you. But while I'm dancing and telling you to produce my leader, I'm turning to loose my energy, giving it to Mother Nature to hit your bitch ass with a bolt of lightning. Right? That's how you do it. That's why the real reason not to use violence is not so you can get beat in the head marching. No, because you want the elements to fight for you, because you're going to show these motherfuckers your power. You want the animals to fight for you. You want the weather to fight for you. You want the earth itself to fight for you. You want to see the electrical storms. You want to hear the motherfucking rumble in the distance of the thunder. You want to know that when you look to that motherfucking sky and call for help, it wasn't on the deaf ear. The same shit they told you that you're not capable of doing because you're not who you are. This is the same shit you're going to use to bust that ass. When y'all get this, in our neighborhood, people that's from the indigenous tribes, all we need to be talking about is how to get the word out. We don't got to do nothing but get the word out. Word of mouth, right? The best form of advertising. These videos is just giving you a manner and the explanation of why it is we doing it this way so you can understand clearly what's being done. Now, for those that still waiting on the people to break the ship, you not doing your fucking part. The ships ain't coming in until you done your part. I'm talking about the bitch ass niggas that will come with the heckling later. They probably not in here right now because they probably don't even know I'm live because mama probably kept them blocked to keep me on task. So they'll be doing some shit and then they'll come back when I be off. As soon as I get done, they'll watch the video and then they'll be heckling me the whole time. But fuck them niggas. I don't care about that. The nigga that might be hitting me in the head with a brick, I don't care about that nigga. I want the motherfucking front of us. Right now, we got the devil and the crosshairs. Right? We got the motherfuckers up there with the power to motherfucking unleash on his ass. All we got to do is pull the trigger on his ass by general consensus of a majority rule scenario. It's the same as voting for a president, but now we at the part where you just campaigning, and if enough people campaign, we don't even got to vote no more. If enough people campaigning, we don't have to vote. They're going to go get him. When the people, because it's about awakening, it's about becoming aware of what's really taking place in this world around you and not what the enemy told you to look at, right? So it's some beautiful people that came to support this mission that I thought I was all by my fucking self. I didn't think nobody was going to back this shit because these niggas is some spineless fucking jellyfish. They ain't got no testicles. Their testosterone is extremely low to the point of it's barely there. Their estrogen is excessively high, as in they about to overdose on that shit. And I'm like, I did never think that this many good people would say, you right, brother. I hear you. You right. Enough is a fucking enough. Well, this is where we at with it. And so I had to get on here because of my video earlier went mute when I was only supposed to do the update. But I didn't know I was only doing the update because I hadn't eaten and I was hungry, but I thought that I was having something else going on. I hadn't even realized I hadn't eaten because I did that 4-hour video yesterday, video interview, audio interview yesterday and answered a whole lot of questions and took a whole lot of heat. And the self-control, because I'm a hothead, self-control to me is the same as somebody that doesn't normally running a marathon. Now, I'm not used to that shit. So it's hard for me, but it's okay. I don't have a problem for my people of doing the hard shit. Reading the extra book or two a week on top of the regular workload. Going to work. I use my GM job as a university the same as I use the penitentiary as a university. By the time I got done getting as much out of the library, I've read 3 whole libraries at 3 different prisons, plus law books, plus ordering books through interlibrary loan, just to be prepared for now. Then when I got out, I got a job working for GM, good, pretty decent job, so they told me. But then I found out them dirty, rotten motherfuckers was stealing the money and mistreating the people, and it drove me insane to the point where I was forced to retire. I was forced to retire because of how bad they mistreat the workers all over this motherfucker. I can't stand there and watch it, and when I try to tell the people, this is all you have to do and you free, and they don't do it. I gave the auto worker the blueprint to renegotiate their contract on terms that they can have the upper hand, and they dropped the ball in the worker rebellion. We passed that now. Can't worry about that. The worker didn't go get their just due. Now I have to get us to now get our. Y'all can do it, but you don't have to. Y'all can be free, but you don't have to be. You can be a comfortable slave if you choose to be. That's your option, but I don't want to be your slave or your side. I don't want to be the nigga that's the slave next to you talking about, how's we going to get master to get us some free? Nigga, you had a chance to get free, and you dropped the ball. The ball now, everybody hear this, you got the ball. And all you got to do is use your platform. Call these celebrities and tell them to use their platform. Everywhere they look, they need to be seeing billionaires, entertainers. You're either going to ride with the people or you're going to be in poverty. You will not be allowed to have any wealth on this bitch when this shit over if you ain't supporting the people. If you support the people, you can keep all your shit and you can go get some more and be done with it. It's just about the unity of the people is all it's about. All of the leadership is united. We just got to get the message out that we have a leader prepared to meet the Galactic Council. The Galactic Council have arrived. They're here, but they can't breach the skies without a general consensus and calling from the people that's on the ground. It's our shit. We belong here. Somebody that don't belong here got to go. We can't get rid of them until the people decide they get behind a leader that all the other leaders is behind, which was my leader. They might not even like Larry. Some of them might want to punch the nigga in the face. But they said, fuck that shit. The enemy told us we should feel that way. We don't really feel that way about the man. We don't know him. The enemy said I should hate him. The enemy is telling us how we should deal with our leadership. When the people want a leader that'll fight for them, all they got to do is fight for the leader that's fighting. That's it. You find the leader that's fighting for the cause that's going to give you freedom, support that. The niggas that's just talking that shit, trying to fill a cash app up in their bank account, don't support that. Put them motherfuckers at task to do the same shit that the only motherfucker that's telling y'all the right thing to do is saying. Don't let them, they tell you about a cash, fuck your cash app, nigga. This nigga ain't asking for a goddamn dime, right? He ain't asking for shit. My big brother and my little sister single-handed financed 3 university degrees for me. 3 of them motherfuckers. In books alone. I wrote my own curriculum because I'm my own self-made master. Master of masters. Hiram Abiff is what they call me in the lodge. The man that's capable enough to draw enough mental acumen to bear on one subject at a time to master it sufficiently to match a master in the field. In multiple fields, I needed a minimum of 7. I had to be a master of 7. But I mastered 10. And the 10 I mastered is the same things they was using to oppress us. Economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. When you understand what methods of oppression is being used, then you understand what you have to do to get free. All you have to do to get free. Hey, Christina. Y'all see Christina Vargas 8330? She the fucking truth. Get some of the morals from her. She a powerful motherfucker. And that's one of the ones on our team that's been working with me for the longest on this shit here. We was over on Facebook putting in work till we done made Facebook now got us where people can't even hardly get on our pages to get information because Facebook is redirecting the traffic to our pages to other motherfuckers. You know. So they asked me about Larry's history and him being crowned king, and I'm referred as a reference to Don Dirk is the law writer in the current speaking grid for the Blue Lodge Black Gangster Disciple Nation. He got a video with Vlad on Vlad TV where he's telling you about the crowning of King David, for those who want to know. He also talks about other topics too that I've also been asked about, and he is the person that I'm responsible to direct you to at this time, and if he make any mistakes, Larry's going to correct them later. But Don Dirk right now is the person that when y'all ask me how about the crowning of Hoover and all, I'm supposed to send you the dirt. He is the one whose job that is, not mine. Right? So go back to the beginning for those who came closer to the end of this video, because this is a very important piece of information. Dr. York, who was one of the guys who picked me too, and Dr. York also agreed and picked Larry Hoover. Dr. York is an elder, a star elder. He's not an earth elder. He's a star seed. He's not from here. Dr. York might not even choose to stay here. Dr. York walked the yard with Larry, and he spoke to Larry personally and supported him, he gave me the message through Larry that he's backing Larry. Right? So Dr. Malachi backing Larry. For all the New Wabians that want to know, Dr. Malachi Z. York is pushing Larry to the forefront, just like I am, because they took the Galactic Starseed family told him the same thing they told me. We done talking to you. We want the leader. This motherfucker over here. So they're not talking to me. They ain't talking to motherfucking Dr. York right now. They only want to see Larry. That's all they give a fuck about. Everything else we doing right now is only to get the people to focus their attention on one leader. Farrakhan's aware of it. Trump's aware of it. The entire motherfucking Joint Chiefs of Staff is aware of this. They the ones who operate the blue beam. The Joint Chiefs of Staff have to give a united motherfucking agreement to flick the blue beam, which say, yes, Blue Lodge won. Blue Lodge won. Shoot the pillar. The blue beam is the blue pillar. Now, when they get ready, when they give enough people, the red beam is following. The red beam follows because you need two. You need a witness. And that's Chief Malik Angel Bay is the witness that Larry Hoover decided he wanted at his left hand. Stan Tukey Williams is the leader that he decided for the people on the West Coast that he wanted on his right hand. Right? I didn't pick them for him. They picked me the same way he did as to be the most capable of figuring the solution out. I've been picked by Vice Lords, by Stones, by Bloods, by Crips, by Latin Kings, Latin Count, Maniac Disciples, Satin Disciples, Black Souls, 5% Nation. All of them motherfuckers picked me to take the test because I was the last motherfucker left. There was nobody else left that would try to face these motherfuckers, and I don't quit, and I don't back down, and I don't lose. Yes, it's a literal blue beam. You can go back. It's on YouTube. For those who don't think I know what I'm talking about or might not be sure or might not understand, whatever the situation, if you want to see the blue beam, all you got to do is put blue beam out of the Pentagon, 9/11 or 9/10, one of them days, I think it was 9/11, and they're going to show it. when they shoot the blue beam up in the sky, it's gonna be big ass, like a big ass pole of blue light. It's literally a blue beam, and the blue beam can only be set off by a unanimous agreement by the entire Joint Chiefs of Staff, and they all agreed to produce Larry to free the people of the land from the contract that was the corporation known as the United States. Right? The mothership is fucking huge. That motherfucker is huge. It's so huge that it's intimidating to me to see it in the spiritual vision. It's the energy is that great, and it's that motherfucking awestruck. It's like I can't even explain it to y'all where it even makes sense. But when I look and they back there, just the fact that I know they there, this shit energy is so fucking potent. This shit just like make chills go through your whole body. Like you can feel that shit if you spiritually in tune, and it's over fucking whelming. None of y'all don't want this shit that I had to go through to get us to this point. Y'all don't want to go through this shit. Trust me, if you can avoid it, you don't want to go through it. Nobody shouldn't have to at this point, but this was some hard shit to accept. The hardest thing for motherfucker to accept always gonna be the truth. The earth, the blue beam was their agreement to release Larry Hoover. It's conditional on the people. Has nothing to do with them anymore. It's us. It's the indigenous people of the land holding first right to the earth right with the right birthright that they waiting on to say, break the sky, clean it up. You know, break the sky. I called them. Now they need me to produce a leader. I got to produce a leader. My leader is Larry Hoover. He's my tribal chairman of the board of the Black Gangster Disciple Nations. And even if we don't like Larry, we ain't going against that shit. Nobody in blue, anywhere on the land, is going against that. We got the Red Lodge is 100% behind Chief Malik Angel Bay. Nobody in the Red Lodge is disputing that man, and that's Larry Left Hand Man. That's all it is to it. It's not like I'm like I don't really understand why it's hard for people to grasp that this shit can't go on like this forever. These motherfuckers can't continue to rape our babies and drink their blood and use them for sex toys and use them for poker chips and poker games and all this shit. We feeding babies to the beasts and never feel remorse. So we have to, sisters, dance. Tell Mother Earth you dancing for her to get rid of the enemy, and just dance. That's all I can tell y'all. Dance. Brothers, wherever you see one of them sisters trying to help, back her play. This they shit, not ours. They was here before us. They gonna be here when we gone if they choose to let us leave. Or they can choose to let us stay, meaning men, male genders. They don't need us to make babies, as they told you, and that's some bullshit. Yep, Nip's still alive. I'm gonna scroll up a little bit and see if I got anybody got a question. I've seen a couple and answered them in the process as they popped up. Yeah, Nip, Easy E, them Tukey boys, they eternal now. As Mo Preem would say, them niggas on the legendary path. They doing some legendary shit. Right? Nips is he's visiting his extended family in Eritrea. He don't have to be over there because they can't fuck with him on Pac's territory. So Lil Rara is currently in Eritrea visiting his extended family, receiving his honors. As we going through this part to produce Larry, in Eritrea, they are giving him whatever his title is over there. That I don't even study the culture like that because that's that nigga job, not mine. But I know about him, and I know that's where he at, and I know he went on his father's side of the family that he's over there visiting with, and they are the ones that's giving him the juice. Tuki's in Area 51. They sedated him and put him in stasis in a cryo chamber that allows him to be alive but incapacitated until they can pull him forward, the same way as they was able to do out of the tombs of Babylon when they pulled out the kings from there, right? So this is already recorded that they done this. As a matter of fact, Brahma is a clone of Akhenaten. He's a DNA splice off the genetics of Akhenaten. And it's just, he's the direct DNA. When he gets to a certain age, they can make him embody all of who that character of Akhenaten was. And our people gonna respond because Akhenaten was one of our greatest pharaohs to ever do this shit. And so the people gonna respond to him in the positive way, and that's why that was the elders telling us that their plans have been destroyed.
It's a wrap. I knew it. I felt it.
Look, you see the sky stones blow up, but you don't see where the explosion